interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
Welcome everybody to SCSRA Dev Sports Cards, the Next Gen series here on Wednesday night. Tony Starch, Gab Bracco, and Robert Duvendak up in the booth.
Woohoo!
150 laps, New Hampshire, tonight. We're going to have one stage, maybe one caution. Duvendak doesn't think so, but I'm going to say one caution, and it's our stage break. That's going to come at lap 50. We got, about 4.5 minutes till these guys get underway. So let's take a look at our remaining schedule. This is the second to last race for the regular season. Texas will conclude it next week. Then we go to the playoffs. Darlington, Dega is your round 12, round of 8. Bristol, Kansas, and then we will finish at the Viva, well, what did I say? Viva Los Championship, brought to you by Tony Starch. So that's coming up here in a couple weeks. But before we can do that, we got to get through these next two races. And courtesy of Morris Customs and old Eddie Morris over there, he got fancy this week. You can see the top 12. Butchino still your leader. Morris in second. Brett Merle, Ryan Gomes, Provy, Duvendak, Riley Gomes, D. Wright, Josh Hall, Sharon Hill, Jr., and Joe Wright. Everybody in blue, well, they've got a win, and they are locked in. But when you come to the other side, you can kind of see the bubble. So you go from 213 to 253. So Matt Allen, Kevin Graham, Jake McCarty, and Sharon Hill, well, they're not out of it. They're going to look to try to play upset here. If any of those guys win, well, they're going to move the bubble. If they get better finishes during the stage or just a better finish for the race, they're going to move this bubble. Josh Hall would be the first driver that, or your last driver in, and Sharon Hill is your first driver out. So we've got the red line. We can kind of keep an eye on it as the race goes on, see how these guys perform. It is not going to be an easy feat tonight here at New Hampshire. Tire wear, super important on this flat track. Duve, how we feeling down there? That's probably what I expected the most.
Yeah, like I was telling you earlier, I despise this track more than any track in the service of iRacing. I would prefer to go to another road course over this place. And you know how much I hate road course racing. So it is a very tough track. It is very hard on tires. Getting into the turns, I feel, me personally, I cannot figure out a line. I feel like it changes every lap, depending on where people are on the track and who you're around. But it is definitely going to be a night of attrition and saving tires. And I honestly think it's going to be a night of survival. But that's just my opinion, because I know how tight these cars can get in the turns. And I think we'll see a lot of trouble with guys locking the tires up and sliding up in the guys in the outside lanes. So we'll have to see.
Well, right now we've got a field size of 23. I showed 2 extra cars. That'd be me and the pace car. We clearly won't be on there. And Carlton Charles already enters the chat. Doesn't take him long, but you know what? He's already done qualifying, so we'll let it slide for now. Carlton got a sponsored race coming up here in a couple weeks. You know, the Text and Drive. Carlton said me versus Duve, last place.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. It's all about surviving at this point. But it looks like everybody pretty much done qualifying. Looks like everyone. I know David Hartney, well, he's going to opt to not qualify. He's going to start in the back. Still having some problems with his brakes. Still got 2 weeks to figure it out as he's locked in with his Devtona win. And it looks like Joe Wright has not qualified, so he's going to start back there with them. It looks like everybody else seems to have got some laps in there. So Tony Starch changed his shirt. He's representing the Dev Sports Cards tonight. Went from the pit stall. He raced the Tammy Strong 1 week, and I think he had the cheeseburger shirt, last week. So he must have a lot of custom shirts. At least I have Lobster on the side of the whip. Well, Carlton, we will check that out when we get going. which is going to be momentarily as they are about to come up in grid. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to refresh our cars, make sure everything's as is and should be. Especially with paint schemes coming off of the throwback. Well, we don't want to see those anymore. I was confused enough last week. I don't think I can do another week of being confused. It's not easy to do, but hey, it happens. And they are starting the grid. And we'll take a look at our full field. On the pole, Devin Butchino, Riley Gomes starting to his outside. Sharon Hill, Max McCarty, row 2. Brother Jake McCarty and Trey Spears starting row 3. Brett Merle, Hetty Morris, well, they're going to start row 4. Cat 55 and Ryan Gomes and Matt Allen in the 127. Josh Hall, Ryan Likens. Kevin Graham, Provy. Junior, Brad Young. Mr. D. Wright, Billy Tithoff in that 79. Carlton starting next to Duve. Duve not able to chastain himself around during qualifying. Will start 20th. Joe Wright and David Hartney will close this out. So we'll see how long it takes these guys to find a groove and get comfortable. But buckle up and hold on, because this could be one of two ways. We're either going to have a quick night, or it could extend a little bit. These guys don't save these tires.
I think I'm going to have a quick night, but we'll see.
Some may have a quick night. You are correct. But the race as a whole, if you have a quick night, you're extending the race.
Yeah, right.
As we're gonna
don't want to do that.
We're going to go green. Devin going to get off that low side. Try to come back up, but hey, Riley Gomes is out there. And they're sitting in a staggered 3 wide right now. And Riley Gomes is going to get turned. The initial contact happening as they're in the middle of the turn. And we saw the little bump happen between him and Jake McCarty. Let's see who is going to be at fault for this one. And you know, we'll just put this on a rear. No, I don't want to do rear chase. I want to do chase. And let's let it roll. Well, this one's going to be pretty close. They're kind of, one's coming up, one's coming down. But either way, Gomes is going to take the brunt of it, and he's going to get spun around. Doesn't take too much damage. These guys take very minimal damage. And able to keep it off the wall. But because of the turnaround, our first caution of the night. For the Lobster Extravaganza. I feel like that's a pretty good name, right? Who doesn't want a Lobster Extravaganza?
You know, I love lobster, and I'm hearing rumors that Red Lobster might be filing bankruptcy and closing.
What?
Now I don't know where I'm going to get my lobsters up here now.
Forget the lobsters. How about the cheddar biscuits?
Right?
Man.
I know.
Jake McCarty just put up the fastest time, but hey, Riley Gomes, he surpassed it at 38 seconds. So those two guys involved in the wreck playing catch-up, they just put up the fastest times of the session. So
Not faster than my 29-second one I did in practice.
I don't think anyone's going to see the 29 again. It was a thing of beauty. Ooh, it looks like on the back end of that, Riley Gomes may have found himself David Hartney, and I'm not quite sure where that happened. Somewhere on the back. And under caution. I believe Gomes was already straightened back out. And it's going to happen right there as Riley comes in hot, hits the wall, and then just gives Hartney a shove. So taking some damage early. I thought Hartney was the one having the brake problems. It looks like Riley Gomes may have picked up the same problem.
And like I said pre-race, you're going to see that a lot tonight, I think, unfortunately.
Well, don't look now, Duve, but you got your buddy Billy Tithoff in front of you. So
I know. I'm going to push him to the win here. We're going to draft.
Draft the whole way through these flat turns. As Devin's still on the pole, Sharn Hill. Devin opting to take the high side. And we're going back green. He gets a huge run. He's got Trey Spears in tow. With Eddie Morris, looks like Ryan Gomes up there in the Cat 5.5. Hill, the only car. Well, Trey Spears drops down in front of Hill. So now he's got 2 down on the bottom line. And we might have to see how Devin runs this track. He pretty much dominated the trucks last night here. We'll see how he does in the Next Gen series tonight.
Yeah, I was really worried Devin wouldn't win tonight, so.
Right now, he has put up the fastest lap at 8:31.079. Little side-by-side action back there with the 4 and the 81. Eddie Morris now blows that fastest time out at 30.404. And you can see these turns really going to become a problem as they get these tires warmed up. I don't think they had too much of an opportunity to get them warm, but they're starting to get some heat in them now. And we're going to see who's going to wear them out first. As we ride with Carlton Charles with his Lobster. Got it chromed out. Carlton's car is all chromed out tonight. He is definitely celebrating that Lobster Extravaganza. As he gets past Provy, Carlton moves up in the 15th. And we'll jump to the 5 spot where Sharn Hill is trying to chase down Ryan Gomes. Back to Carlton. There's some spots on this racetrack right now where they're trying to make as many positions as they can. You can see Provy trying to get his position back on Carlton. Riley Gomes going into the bumper of Carlton. He's going to drop down in front of Provy. You got some hard racing going on in the back. They know every spot is going to matter for this playoff run, as we have 40 laps to go until our stage break. Eddie Morris reclaims the fastest lap. Right after Devin took it back, well, Eddie said, nah, it's mine. And beats it by, just about a tenth. Almost a tenth. Max McCarty currently riding 6th. He's trying to run down Sharn Hill and Ryan Gomes. He's got Brett Murrell and Josh Hall. And a little Matt Allen back there. Oh, the 11 starting to break loose. Is Brett going to be able to save it? He's going up into the high side now of the wall. He's cutting across the entire track, and the caution is going to come out. And the 11 started breaking loose, but I don't think Brad Young and Billy Tithoff could get away from it. And I believe they're going to make some contact, and it's going to bring out the caution. As we're watching Brad Young now. And he comes screaming into the turn. Young is actually going to go around and around. Billy has nowhere to go. Hits the 78. And then we'll come up here and look at what happens to Matt Allen. He's going to take a little bump. Right there. Him and Josh Hall are going to make a little bit of contact. They see it happening. Makes a little bit of contact, and, well, Josh Hall is the one that's going to go for the ride. But he does keep it off that inside wall. And our second caution of the night. And with that, we'll head to our first commercial.
It's not very often you find a job where you look forward to coming to work every day.
The equipment rental specialist is a great way to start your career here at Sunbelt. You're the face of the branch, that first person that's going to give that customer that top-notch experience.
The everyday life as an ERS is never the same. Working with outside sales reps, job site visits, taking in a lot of phone calls. So being an ERS gives you a great opportunity to work in every aspect of the business.
When a customer gives me a call, I talk with them, find out what it is they're doing. If they're going to have a delivery, ask for their address, get the information they need, how long do you need it for. Whenever they're done with it, they give me a call. I schedule a pickup and service it and send it right back out to the next customer.
We work with anything as big as like excavators, skid steers, to generators, chainsaws. I get a huge satisfaction of just seeing the equipment and contributing to projects.
Once you become an ERS, doors are open for you and you can almost do anything in the company. I was able to learn. That allowed me to become an outside sales rep.
The opportunities are endless, and Sunbelt really promotes from within, so it makes it a great company to work for.
Sunbelt offers a great support system. If there's ever anything you don't know, everybody you work with is willing to help you.
The training we get here is phenomenal. Everyone here is just wanting you to be your best, and they're always helping you learn.
When starting, they were able to help me get familiarized with the equipment and making the transition from my previous role to this role. I was able to make that smooth transition.
An equipment rental specialist allowed me to propel to the position that I am today as an assistant manager, and that just shows how the opportunities are endless.
Sunbelt is really for the employees. There's something for everybody in Sunbelt.
All right, and we're back. And with our caution underway, we'll go to our caution sponsor from Sunbelt Rentals. So already 17 laps. Still have about, 32 laps to go until we get the next caution. If everything went as well. But right now, you can tell as these runs go underway, the braking point is changing and cars are not adjusting to it and just entering too fast, and round and round they go. We saw a couple break loose. As we're going to kind of come in 2, 3, and 4 and await our pace car. With that dramatic exit, man, that he almost throws himself sideways.
I know.
Devin this time opts for the bottom lane. He's got Eddie Morris on his high side. He's going to get a big jump out in front. And he's going to stay down low. He's going to kind of try to find that groove again. Eddie Morris following the same line right now.
Hey, Carlton, keep it down low there, bud.
And Carlton will go back and snake back and find out what's going on in the back. I said there was some really good racing there showing in the back, and a lot of good action going on. The front's kind of spacing out single file. Well, the back, well, they're racing for playoff spots. And you can see a couple of those drivers like Riley Gomes. He's looking to get locked into a playoff spot. Hartney, well, he's just kind of riding. He's locked in, good to go. Currently sitting 15th. Is Eddie Morris with another fastest lap. There's Brett Merle and Jake McCarty going for a little bit of a battle here. They're sitting right in front of Junior. You can see Brett on the bottom side, and Jake is going to be on the high side. Right now they're trying to get through some traffic. See if they're able to get around Ryan Likens and Matt Allen. It's going to be tough while these two guys are going head to head here. Keep an eye on that track map as we go to our drivers. Where we're looking, you will always see the leader's car. That pink car behind, it will change as we change with cameras to show their position.
Two around on the backstretch here.
Yep, that's going to be Ryan Likens and Matt Allen. I said there was heavy racing going on, and they had McCarty and Merle coming up. Let's see what happens. What gets them going around? Looks like the 127's just going to break loose coming around the turn on that high side again. He's going to get in contact with the 214, and around and round they both go. Well, Sunbelt Reynolds is about to get some action tonight. See if I can find my favorite driver of the night. There he is. The cleanest laps. Usually ends with a 0x, but lately he's been putting a 1x down. I'm kind of upset. So I don't know what our pace car buddy's been doing. But he's going to be busy.
I bet you the pace car leads the most laps.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not. He's trying right now, though. He's definitely putting an argument in for it.
And we got Joe Wright, the lucky dog here, so if we keep this up, he might get his 20 laps back.
And Joe, that's why Joe didn't qualify. I wonder if he had a little bit of connection issue. He still has to show up to some races in order to qualify. You can only miss so many before it doesn't matter if you win or not. You lose that lock-in. So Joe Wright did make his presence, and he's been out here for 3. He's got to at least turn 5. We'll see what happens in the next 2. Joe's been pretty active in those kids' sports, so I understand it. I wonder if he gets thrown out of softball games too. Is that just me? Might just be me.
I think it's just you. You're too big of an ass to not get thrown out of them.
You know, I was doing really good this year. I was keeping my cool. Everything was good. But every time I go to this one park, I seem to get thrown out. So, who knew asking an official why he didn't throw out another coach would get you thrown out?
Never would have guessed.
Never guessed. I will say though, maybe I should get thrown out more. My kid was pitching. She faced what 11 batters or 10 batters and struck out 9, and the other one got walked. So
Well, she didn't have you there breathing down her neck. So.
you're right. Maybe I should get thrown out more. She seems to appreciate it a little bit. As looks like Devin's going to opt for that inside line again. Eddie Moore is going to be on the high side. Ryan Gomes moved up to 3rd. Trey Spears, he's currently 4th. Sharn Hill 5th. Max McCarty 6th. Jake McCarty 7th. Brett Merle and Junior 8, 9. And Mr. D. Wright currently 10th. Or maybe Riley Gomes as he jumps through the board. And it is D. Wright, not Riley Gomes. I really should do like, I might have to do this one. I feel like I got time, but we're going to have to go up here and ride with this base car. I just want to see this dramatic entrance into the pits, because it's something intense. Look at that. He is on top of it. We'll ride with D, right? He's looking to try to catch Brett Merle. He's got Jake McCarty and Junior following behind him. You can see more cars sliding up into that high side. Most everybody's on a 27 lap run. Josh Hall, he's on a 12 lap. And Likens, Proby, Young, Allen, Tithoff, and of course Joe Wright on much less. So 28 lap tires, and they've been getting hot and cold. What could go wrong? So we're going to ride with Mr. David Hartney. He's got Riley Gomes behind him. He's got Junior in front of him. Said he was having brake issues still. I don't think. Oh, and Trey Spears.
Pile up.
Trey Spears goes round and round, and that is going to create a monstrous pile up in the front, claiming Ryan Gomes, Sharn Hill, Brett Merle, Max McCarty, D. Wright, and Billy Tithoff. And the 3 looks like he might be destroyed.
Yeah, that was a huge one.
Go back and take a look, because it starts up here with Trey Spears. Right here. Gomes gonna ride right through the 3. Then the 5-5, well, he's gonna go on a ride his own. The 3 comes back up. Well, we got cars going airborne, and that's going to be the 11 of Junior. Or, I'm sorry, the 11 of Brett. Junior the 13. And a huge pile up. As you see Max McCarty, he's going to take some damage. There are car parts everywhere. Somebody call the Balenciaga. I think Trey Spears might have to use his fast repair here. And that would be the first one of the night. Well, Duve, you've moved up to 11th.
I mean, this is a win in my book to even make it up this far, but it's not because I'm passing people on the track. It's because I'm passing them while they're on pit road. But we'll take it as we can get it. Stage points would be a victory in my book, so we're close.
You're getting even closer with, 19 laps to go until our stage break. And Trey did opt to use that fast repair. A couple fast repairs claimed there. Max McCarty had to use his. Trey Spears used his. Billy Tithoff, Mr. D. Wright, Mr. Brett Merle, all involved in that pile up and all using a fast repair. Well, this race not going to be shy of cautions. We'll see if it holds true. We either wreck early and have long runs towards the end, or they have a long run in the beginning and wreck late. So it looks like we're trying to get the wrecking out of the way in the first 50, and that's what I'm optimistic for.
And I think a lot of that plays into the stage being so early on. 50 laps isn't very long at a track this size, so you're going to have guys pushing it a little harder here in the first opening stint. So hopefully after the stage here, it'll calm down a little bit and guys will just get in a groove and start riding.
I could have sworn they told me 150 laps, but it looks like we gained 10 somewhere in between there, so it's actually a 160.
I wouldn't object that they took 10 away, so.
Kevin Harvick is not happy, holding his side.
He's getting paid tonight, that's for sure.
He is getting paid. He's like, hey man, can we just run it like I do on Sundays? Head to commercial? We'll get there,
I was gonna
Kevin.
say.
We'll get there.
We'll see half of the race at that point then.
There's 2 laps to go to a stage. Here's a 5-minute commercial just for you. As Devin going to start on the high side. Eddie Morris now going to be on the bottom. Our top 9 drivers on a 33-lap stint. And a couple in the back, well, they're still on 33-lap old tires. Everybody else pit, and mostly to use fast repairs. Whoa. See the 4 flashing in and out there. That's going to be Jake McCarty. Looks like he stabled back out as we're coming back to the green flag. Riding with David Hartney, currently 9th. I don't know, this has kind of been the danger zone right in this area. Somewhere between 8th and 13th is where we've seen a lot of these cautions generate from.
Right where I'm at, so.
Right where you're at. So get your wreck avoidance ready. As Sharn Hill able to get past Eddie Morris. Eddie Morris now battling back into Sharn Hill. Morris on that bottom. Hill on the high side. He's got the Cat 5.5 with him. And a whole slew of cars behind them. Don't want to push them too hard and end up sideways. It is going to be extremely hard for that middle of the pack to avoid. Eddie Morris gets back around Sharn Hill. Leaves Sharn to battle the Cat 5.5 and Jake McCarty. Kevin Graham. We haven't really said his name too much. He's riding 11th currently. He's got Mr. Josh Hall in front of him. He's got Dubendeck behind him. His Dubendek's got a car going sideways to his outside and able to avoid it. And we will see. I don't know if the caution's going to come out.
Yeah, looks like it'll stay green.
Yeah, he was able to straighten it back out.
I'm glad I could help him.
Yeah, you straightened Matt Allen right back out. And Matt Allen able to continue driving. Said you were in that.
Oh, we have another one, big one.
Oh, this could be
in turns
Gomes.
3 and 4.
I saw Riley Gomes and I saw Ryan Likens, Hartney, and Junior, and Gomes' car destroyed. You know, I always enjoyed when my car got destroyed. I felt like it ran better sometimes on tracks like this.
Sometimes it does.
You know, you're not as fast.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually true because then you enter the corner slower than you normally would, so you can actually almost stay full throttle through the turns, and it's actually a faster lap sometimes.
And you see Gomes just loses control, gets collected by Likens, and then Hartney comes in to clean up the front end of that Nickelodeon. And that is going to be a fast repair for the 9. And, like Kevin Harvick, we'll head to our second commercial. All right, we're back from our Devs Sports Cards sponsored commercial. The league sponsor here for the SCSRA NextGen series. Duve, what do you think's about to happen here in the next 9-10 laps?
I'm probably gonna die racing for the stage here, try to get some points, but we're gonna lick the stamp, smack that in the envelope, and send it.
And I think at that point, the stage points are going to become critical, especially with only 2 races, and you're sitting right on that bubble, currently 10th. You've got Proby and Kevin Graham surrounding you. Proby definitely looking for spots. Eddie Moore is still looking to try to run down his teammate. But so far, Kevin's been out in front all night. We'll wait on our friend the pace car, who finally turns his lights off. Pace laps, what, about every 3? About 3 laps, 4 laps?
I think it's 4 laps under caution here.
4, so that's going to be 20 laps led by the pace car. So it's a crapshoot. Devin holding the edge.
All right, tooth and nail.
The pace car going away. Devin on the bottom. He's going to try to get out in front. Eddie Morris, he's in tail. Sharon Hill, Ryan Gomes, Bacardi. They're going to see how hard they can push these cars. And we got one going sideways already. Through the infield he goes. That's going to be Brett Murrell. And what looks to be involving Billy Tithoff, but Brett, you're not supposed to be on the service road over there.
I mean,
I think that's a different race.
You might put the fastest lap down.
I think that's a different race, but hey, we'll see what happens right here. Oh, Tithoff comes in, just hits the rear quarter panel. Sends the 11 spinning hard through the infield. From grass to pavement. And does the 11. You can see him completely locked up right now and able to keep it off the wall. get back out to that service road. Not too heavy a damage, each collecting only a 2x.
I tell you what, we keep this up, I might just stay out and I won't need fuel. I'd just go to the end.
I believe what this is going to do is actually give the pace car the new lap leader.
Nice.
It's going to be close.
We got to come up with a name for him. We got Tony Starch. What can we call him?
Oh, he seems like an Ernie.
An Ernie?
I think he's an Ernie.
We'll call him Ernie McCracken from Kingpin.
Yep, old Ernie
The old
McCracken. I mean, he's got the worst looking car possible. Like iRacing, you could have given him a little bit better interior in here. He's got, his vents are never opened. He never has his screen on.
Gotta be hot.
He's gotta be hot. The window's not down, but he's got them earmuffs on, so I'm pretty sure he's living his best life right now. That's for sure. Yeah, he's living his best life.
Well, we're getting a 2 to go here, so that means we are going to have about a 2-3 lap shootout with the stage.
And I was going to bet if we threw a caution quickly, they would call the stage. I guess it came out a little too quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately. So we're going to get another one here in about 3 laps.
Well, and what I think is going to end up happening here is you've got a 2-lap shootout. This is really going to give people an opportunity to push their cars to the max. And we may get another caution involving an accident depending on what the middle of the field does. They know how important these stage points are.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And, you know, I don't mean to jinx anyone or put any ill will, but if the top 8 want to wreck each other right here, that'd be fantastic for me.
Devin and Eddie collide and you just go into paradise.
Right. I'll just netcode through everyone and I get a stage win finally.
We'll call that the DJ Maddish.
Oh, DJ.
Just start flashing your way through the field. Here I come. We're going to have to get the rules expert David Hartney in here and ask him, hey, is it illegal to Chastain if you're avoiding a wreck?
Because I will try. I will do it.
Well, I was avoiding the wreck. Like, man, the wreck was behind you. I was avoiding.
I had to avoid it. I had to speed up so they didn't plow into me.
And it is going to be a 2-lap shootout here, so. Devin going to opt to go to the bottom line. Eddie Morris is going to be up high. Gomes, Sharon Hill, Jr., Jake McCarty, Hartney, Josh Hall, Kevin Graham, and Duvendak would get your stage points currently. Brad Young, Provy, and Max McCarty, well, they're going to be looking to try to move their way into the top 10. As pace car goes away, Devin getting that big jump. Sharn getting a little bit faster coming off the line.
And there's the caution, so that'll be the stage.
It is, and man, this one is going to be big, and in the back, and the 3 of Trey Spears is going to be involved again. Trey had to use his fast repair already. Let's see what happens. Oh man, this is almost going to be right on the restart. Trey Spears and Ryan Likens were the first ones to get incidents, and it looks like Likens just rams through Trey Spears. I don't know if Trey Spears came back down. We're going to have to go into a rear on this one. And let's see what happens. You'll see Ryan Likens come in and just spins the 3 all the way around, but there's a wreck going on in front of him, and that's actually what I think caused the glitch. And I think Carlton was involved first. I think he's going to get hit by Riley Gomes. You can see the 9 just gets in the rear corner. He spins him. That's going to send Tithoff. And that's what causes the wreck to happen in the back, is they're trying to check up at different paces, and they make contact, and round Trey Spears goes.
This stage here is really going to mix the field up, because it looks like half of the field might have stayed out, and I'm going to assume those are the guys who were in previous wrecks that have already been on pit road, got tires, and they don't want to burn another one here for the stage. So it's going to be a mixed up of the field. They're going to have Devin and Eddie. They're stuck in traffic now.
Yeah, that's going to be Max McCarty. He's going to be on a 20-lap stint. D. Wright, he's on 20. He's got Brett Merle, Mr. Riley Gomes, 6 and 11 lap stints. Matt Allen on 11. Likens on a 6. Trey Spears on an 11. Everybody else on a 1. Junior's still showing a 51. Well, because he's still in the pits trying to repair the damage.
So currently we're sitting at 26 laps under caution. So the pace car, I believe, is winning the battle right now with Devin.
Barely.
Barely, but he is. Now that Devin's stuck mid-pack, the pace car is going to start putting more laps on him.
And maybe if I say, I'm going to wait a caution to bring Devin up here, maybe that'll get us a run. Because that always happens when I forget to bring him up. So I'm going to forget Devin on purpose. See if maybe that puts some good karma out there and these guys can go on a little bit long run. And then we will get him up as stage winner when we go under caution next. McCarty, he's going to stay on the bottom. Mr. D. Wright, he's up high. The 11 of Brett Merle. And Riley Gomes. Going to be looking to get the big jumps behind the front row. Let's see if Max is able to get out as fast as Devin was. Will this be a little bit more side by side? Is the pace car going to go off? You see Wright pinching into McCarty. McCarty's still going to get a big jump. He's going to get back out in the lead. Devin currently sitting 7th, and Eddie Morris 10th. And we know that has been the danger zone as of late, so they're going to have to be careful as they try to get through the field. That's D. Wright going to go on the low side of McCarty. He's going to try to get himself a point.
No, we got Matt Allen going around here in turns 3 and 4.
And the yellow is going to come out as Matt Allen and Trey Spears. And Trey cannot catch a break tonight.
Yeah, the other thing is with this track speeds not being too high, like all these cautions, all these wrecks, they're not damaging the cars bad enough to actually take them out of the race. So we're still going to have quite a full field here, I think, throughout the race.
You see Spears comes up and actually rear ends Allen, and that sends Allen round and round. Allen definitely going to take the brunt of it. As then it looks like Josh Hall and Billy Tithoff made contact afterwards. Let's see what happens with them. Right there. As it looks like Hall's going to check up for this. And Billy not going to check up fast enough. He's going to throw it sideways right in front of Josh Hall and clip his nose. Well, I tried my tactic and it clearly failed.
Yeah, it didn't work.
So, let's find out.
Maybe you could do reverse psychology and do the broadcaster's jinx by saying we're going to have like 20 more cautions.
Maybe we will. Maybe.
And then it'll flip it. Yeah.
Devin, Guy, and Rob in the booth to get a copy.
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Well, you know, man, you almost led the most laps of this race, but I don't know if you're watching the broadcast. We're keeping track. Currently,
Oh, dude, this is insane.
currently, the current most laps led is by none other than number 0. He's got the flashing lights. But
Yeah, man.
But it didn't stop you from leading every lap under green and taking a clean stage win there, man. So congratulations on that. Looks like it's going to be a long night for us.
Yeah, we're about to have to pay overtime this week. It's I know it's a tough track, man, but if you're struggling here, just give a little extra. This is too much. This is a little too much. Gosh, we're not even halfway. We're not even close to halfway. It's frustrating because if you get green flag racing here, it can be really fun. I mean, Eddie was right there on me. I know he's got speed. I know Sharn's got speed, and it's getting to be a bit much, man. I mean, we're getting the yellow before we're even out of 2 on these restarts, so it's just it's got to get cleaned up, man. We're going to be here all night. It's I know it's a difficult track. I get that. But if you're struggling here, just give a little bit more, man. Just give a little bit more, and you know what I mean? Just live to see another lap.
And man, I think that's going to be the big thing is you're seeing it. And I think now that we're past the stage, cars are going to start settling down. Rob said it earlier, 50 laps is not a long time, and with as tight as this playoff run is, every position mattered. You can really see cars pushing for those spots. Now we got 100 laps, so let's see if they settle down a little bit and we're able to get a little green flag racing.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm curious to see what we can do. I know passing's not easy, so we're gonna have to be, patient, methodical, try and get back up there. I know we got a car to do it. Cars felt really good all race from the green flag racing we have had. We definitely want to get back to the front, get back in control of this thing, and see if we can settle in and try and bring one home.
That's it, man. Well, you're currently sitting 6th in that danger zone right there. So I'm going to get you back up there to Team Neon so you can focus on the driving. So be careful, and I think we'll see you up at the front and hopefully get you in the booth here at the end of the race.
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. I hope so as well.
All right, bud.
Thank you.
It'll probably be tomorrow, but we'll get you up there.
At some point. We raced into Thursday. There's no lights here, so we better figure it out.
We better figure it out quick.
Thank you.
And Mr. Devin Butcher on that 68, he's trying to work his way back up to the front. You can tell we got to get some fast interviews going. Not a lot of time, but I mean, I guess we could bring him down in the next few laps. But I really think the league's going to start settling down. I think you hit the nail on the head when you said the stage being short. Playoffs are tight, and we're going green again.
There's a great group here, so I have full confidence they can do it. We just gotta calm down a little bit, and like Devin said, give each other a little bit more space. And it's not the last lap every lap, so just get in a groove and get a feel for it, and be there at the end.
Well, and right now, D right out in front. Max McCarty looking to run him down. Gomes, Brett Merle, and Devin will be your top 5. And a lot of it seems to be breaking points, and because of the flat track and not big bangs, any contact to that rear bumper is sending this car right around, and well, it's an instant caution here. It's not like some tracks where if they cut in the infield we may not see a caution. As soon as these guys go spinning, it is caution.
And we got another big one on the back here.
Oh, and this one's going to claim some cars, and that's what's going to be the biggest problem. This one's actually going to claim Hill, Likens, Hartney, the 99 of yourself, Kevin Graham, Brad Young, McCarty, and Hall. So let's go see where it starts. And this is going to start back here with Sharn Hill, who's been so fast tonight. And you can see they're 3 wide. He's got Likens on the inside, Hartney on the outside. He's going to come up and take Hill. He's going to take Duvendak.
Yeah, I saw him low, and I thought I was going to clear it, and then they just shot straight back up.
And this is going to claim some cars. And this is going to be interesting now. Other than Joe Wright, who, if he entered the track right now, could get a top 10.
I think so.
He's
I think-
56 laps down.
Unfortunately, I think he's done for the night. I think he did his 5 laps he needed to and took off. And I don't play him at this point.
But this one's
He might
gonna
be in
claim-
bed asleep already.
He might be, and this one is definitely going to claim some vehicles. Let's take a look at these fast repairs, and it looks like everyone involved still has theirs, so we may be okay. As Billy Tithoff in 10th is the lowest driver who has taken a fast repair. So this is definitely going to be interesting.
At one point after the wreck, I had my front bumper dislodged and was actually stuck under the front of my car. And I was dragging it around the track until it went flying out.
Well, at least the car will breathe a little better.
Right, it might do what you said earlier. It might be faster.
I'll tell you what, when you're damaged on a track like this, you're right. You don't have to worry about braking. You just full throttle like a super speedway. And it's comfortable because you're not getting fast. And eventually you start feeling that car. So it may not win a race, but it might get you through it and gimp your way through.
Right.
We got a couple drivers now. Likens, he's a lap down. Matt Allen, 2 laps down. David Hartney's 3. And with all these cautions, remember, a claim of 2 and their night is over.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't even think of that. You know, they might not be out because the car's wrecked and destroyed enough, but they might have caused 2 wrecks, and that'll eliminate them too. So that might help shorten up the field here a little bit to get some green flag runs in. But the other part of that equation is they have to claim the wreck. And right now, I think out of the 9 cautions we've had, we've only had 2 wrecks get claimed, so it'd be kind of hard to get parked.
So David Hartney is going to have himself an after party.
Right, yeah, he's definitely going to be, if he does his race review tonight, he might be here until Friday night.
It's going to be a busy one.
And I feel his pain, because I still got to do ours for Monday, and I am regretting, or I am dreading actually doing it.
Not a lot of free time in the Duvenac house.
There's never. No free time.
Just have the kid do it. He'll figure it out. Just replay the race in VR and ask him who did it. Who was at fault.
Right.
He'll be fine. Well, these caution laps are definitely helping D. Wright and Max McCarty. They're on 34 lap stints. They've been out here the longest. We know they can at least go 50. And with not having to wear your tire, well, I think they are A-okay. My Venmo went off. I said, is Devin paying me overtime? It's my mother-in-law. Oh, we got a tip.
If you broadcast on Wednesday and Thursday, you should get paid for 2 days, right?
I think it's going to be a pretty good argument. I mean, and then you got the Spud. He's got to get his beauty rest.
Right. You got to have him ready for Monday night.
He gets brown spots if he stays up too late. And we're going back green. Right on that high side. McCarty on the bottom. And Devin, well, he's climbed his way back up in the second. He's looking to run down his teammate, D. Wright. And get back out in the lead. And whoo-wee! Took us some time. But lap 66 is here. 95 laps to go. As we'll switch the counter from up to down. I don't know what that thing said. Oh, yes, it was going to be accurate. I said this isn't good. I'm looking at the green flag. I see the notification. It says pace car has left the pits. And then David Hartney and Robert Duvendak pop up.
Yeah, I saw Brett in it.
Right there is where Young goes up to the wall. And Hartney just cleans you up and sends you flying. And with that, we're going to head to our commercial break. All right, we're back under green. Get right in the lead. Trey Spears getting past Davuchino. He moves into second. Buchino third. And it was a good night for some ice cream. So that's what I'm doing. And why we had such a long silence. As you can see, 89 laps to go. Couple incidents, couple fast repairs used. And a couple cars, a few laps down. And the caution is out for what looks to be a single car incident.
Yeah, it looked like Brad Young just hooked a hard right.
He did, and he is still spinning over here.
Almost like he overcorrected it.
And completely destroys the front end. He does have his fast repair, though. Oh, that front tire, though, is broke. As he's got the meatball flag for that. Wait, Joe Wright gets a... Oh, Joe Wright's in the pits. Not
yeah, he
D-Wright.
disconnected. He just reconnected, though, so maybe he's thinking what you said earlier. Just needs to come out here and run laps.
He's 55 laps down with 87 to go. I think
Doable.
it's possible. It is very doable to make some positions.
Well, he can make at least... I think a couple people have had to park it for 2 incidents, so he can gain a couple spots right there. But, I mean, he's already locked in the playoffs, so I don't really think he cares.
Well, the problem is he came back in, and Joe Wright got a meatball flag as soon as he came back in, so I wonder if his engine blew up.
It probably did.
And a blown engine, that's going to take about, what do you say, about an hour or 2 to fix? He may get it fixed in time. We'll see. As D. Wright, still your leader, Trey Spears was able to get around Devin and hold him off. It's only a matter of time before D. Wright's going to come in and pit. He's at 45 laps. I'm guessing he can at least go 50 to 60, maybe more. And believe it or not, we do have some drivers out here with a 0X still. Even Joe Wright. Pace car going away this time. D. Wright gonna take the high line. Trey Spears. I'll tell you what I think we're gonna do here. We got a couple more cautions, which seems to be the trend. Is we're gonna take the opportunity to pull some of these drivers in. We're currently sitting 10th through 16th. They are battling for these playoff spots. Unfortunately, Matt Allen was 16th, and he is done for the night. That may take away his chances. We'll see how the points play out. Right, holding off Trey Spears. Riley Gomes and Devin Butchino, well, they're battling back here. Gomes to Devin's outside. Devin's going to be able to get clear of him. Drop down in front. Ryan Gomes in that Cat 5.5, currently sitting 7th. He's running around with Proby and Hall. And oh, Riley Gomes going round and round, almost collects his brother. And 2 McCartys. So 2 sets of brothers almost take out 2 sets of brothers, and Ryan Gomes escapes.
I believe that is going to be Riley's second, so he might be parking it as well.
And Gomes is going to go round and round. And what that's going to do is cause a lot of overcorrections. You can see Jake and Max. Well, let's see what happens to Jake first. And not a lot there for the 4X. Neither on Max. Max was on his outside, so they took the brunt of the damage, and, well, not quite sure. See if that parks Riley Gomes. He is on pit road. Riley currently sitting 10th in points. He's having himself a night. Just not able to avoid spinning.
You know, they said we couldn't Ross Chastain it while racing, but they didn't say under caution.
Oh no. I gotta catch the pace car.
I mean, at this point, I might save my car more doing that.
He also didn't say you can't do it if the caution comes out.
Right.
And you're avoiding the wreck. That would just look ridiculous. And I do believe you're correct. I think Riley's going to be done for the night.
Yeah, I think Ryan Likens claimed this caution for one earlier too, so he might be parking it for the night as well.
Yeah, it looks like Riley, Ryan Likens, Brad Young, Matt Allen, and Joe Wright all sitting on pit road. Joe Wright, well, other than having a blown motor, I think he's still eligible to come on out. So
he's got to have the least incident points, right?
He's still sitting at a 0x, and I'm not sure how. I'm pretty sure he blew his motor. Because he got.
Well, you don't get an X for contact blow motor.
So. He done blew it. I think it's pretty good if you put up 5 clean laps.
I mean, tonight, yeah, that's very good.
Looks like Ryan Gomes, he's going to come in to the pits now. Is this scheduled for the Cat 5.5? He's coming back in. It looks like he's going to come in, just do a little top off and get back out.
You know, that might not be a bad play. He might be just getting that fuel. If we catch a few more cautions, he can go to the end without pitting from here. So we get about 2 or 3 more, he might be good.
Well, this field definitely getting smaller. 16 cars currently on the lead lap. David Hartney would be your next lucky dog, putting him back on the lead lap. Trey Spears going to be your leader. D. Wright was outside. Devin will be starting third. Brett Murrow fourth, and we're going back under green. Trey going to get clear. He's going to go right to the high side. And quickly comes back down. Tries to get that bank shot in there. Oh, maybe overdrove here. Able to save it as he kind of checks up. Devin checks up for him. And it allows Trey Spears to get back out in front. That could have been extremely dangerous with the three breaking loose as the leader. That could have claimed a lot of cars. Remember, the thing about this playoff run is as of tonight, after this race and the points go in, the worst race result from the season will drop off. So that's going to mix up our points a little bit more. Texas is not a drop race. It gives the drivers an opportunity to know where they stand going into Texas. So it is going to be a long night for this admin team, as they're going to have to do some reviews, some penalties, and see what races are going to be dropped from these guys and how it will shake up the points. As Devin trying to get around the three, watching him in the rear view. He's going to go with them, but the problem is Eddie Morris is on that high side. I don't know if Trey's going to be able to block up both lanes simultaneously. We'll see what these Neon drivers do. They kind of split now. You can see Eddie Morris stays closer to the bottom. This time Devin goes up high. Billy Tithoff just set his personal best. Now Devin going to get to that inside of the three. You saw him get the nose right up there to the back quarter panel as Eddie was up high. Trey does a good job and just drives his line. And he holds 68 and the 8 off. Trey with 10 lap older tires. I don't know how much that's going to play with as many caution laps. And Ryan Gomes, remember he came in to do the top off? He's already climbed his way back into 13th as he just made it past Duvendak. Some fresh tires and some top off, and he's trying to get his way back up to the front, knowing that these leaders are going to have to pit. Brett currently sitting 4th, Sharn Hill 5th, Pro V6, Josh Hall 7th, Kevin Graham 8th, Tithoff 9th, and Max McCarty 10th. as Junior moves in the 10th. He's trying to run down Max McCarty. Billy Tithoff falls to 13th. And Brad Young, I don't know if he's done for the night or if he just had to clear a meatball flag. He was fixing damage, but he didn't use his fast repair, so.
Yeah, I think he was faulted for 2, so I think he parked it. I think that second wreck where he turned hard right and went head out into the wall was his second one.
Well, that hard hit definitely gave him the meatball, and he at least got the car fixed. With 14 minutes of damage. Riley Gomes, well, we know he's done for the night. He's still actively sitting in the pits. Which leaves David Hartney, our only active driver, a lap down. Eddie Morris, he gets past Trey Spears, and he moves into the lead. And immediately just starts driving away from him. Trey and Devin still back there racing is going to open up the door for Eddie, give him an opportunity to start driving. As you can see, Devin Butchino finally gets past Trey Spears. Brett Merle now makes it past Trey Spears. He moves into third. Brett currently sitting 6th in points. As we ride with Josh Hall currently 7th, Kevin Graham 8th. They're trying to run down Michael Vervolt. Just like that, we are coming to 100 laps complete.
Praise Jesus.
It took us a little bit, but they're cooking now. You know what? You just got to threaten to start calling people up in the booth. That's the key.
Nobody wants to be up here with us.
Grove, you got to go below that yellow line a little bit, and that's going to slow him down. Allow Trey Spears to get back around him. Trey's falling all the way back to 5th. Remember, he's on 61 lap tires. Majority of the field was on 51. And being up there in the lead trying to race, he may have burned his stuff up a little bit faster than he wanted. He's going to have to be careful here. As D. Wright has fallen all the way back to 14th. D. Wright pretty close to that line, currently sitting 11th. And he's on a 72 lap stint, so you know he's hurting out here. And he's going to have to bring it in the pit here shortly. And he's going to have the opportunity as the 23 of Max McCarty is going to bring out the caution.
It's like both the McCarty brothers there.
It was. Oh, both McCartys. We can give him the old golf clap.
I mean, we did what, 20 there?
We did 20.
20 laps on the green?
You know what? We did 20. We're killing it. That was the longest run of the night, and you know what? That's going to make the pace car challenging to get the most laps led, but Devin wasn't back out in front, so.
That's going to have to be our Dev Sports Cards move of the night. 20 lap run.
20 lap run. And we caught that on camera as the 23. Oh, it looks like Hartney actually hits the wall behind that. Hartney doesn't cause it, but he hits the wall right here and flies down. And brother collecting brother.
That's going to be an awkward Thanksgiving dinner, that's for sure.
Probably already pretty awkward over there. You think they just get all the brothers in this league together and they just have one big Thanksgiving?
I mean, why not? Sounds like a good time.
And they're all M&M racing, so now, I mean, it's, you know, it's already got to be some pretty craziness going up in that team chat. I'm trying to think, what commercial have I not played? We got one, and we'll be right back.
It's not very often you find a job where you look forward to coming to work every day.
The equipment rental specialist is a great way to start your career here at Sunbelt. You're the face of the branch, that first person that's going to give that customer that top-notch experience.
The everyday life as an ERS is never the same. Working with outside sales reps, job site visits, taking in a lot of phone calls. So being an ERS gives you a great opportunity to work in every aspect of the business.
When a customer gives me a call, I talk with them, find out what it is they're doing. If they're going to have a delivery, ask for their address, get the information they need, how long do you need it for. Whenever they're done with it, they give me a call. I schedule a pickup and service it and send it right back out to the next customer.
We work with anything as big as like excavators, skid steers, to generators, chainsaws. I get a huge satisfaction of just seeing the equipment and contributing to projects.
Once you become an ERS, doors are open for you and you can almost do anything in the company. I was able to learn. That allowed me to become an outside sales rep.
The opportunities are endless, and Sunbelt really promotes from within, so it makes it a great company to work for.
Sunbelt offers a great support system. If there's ever anything you don't know, everybody you work with is willing to help you.
The training we get here is phenomenal. Everyone here is just wanting you to be your best, and they're always helping you learn.
When starting, they were able to help me get familiarized with the equipment and making the transition from my previous role to this role. I was able to make that smooth transition.
An equipment rental specialist allowed me to propel to the position that I am today as an assistant manager, and that just shows how the opportunities are endless.
Sunbelt is really for the employees. There's something for everybody in Sunbelt.
And as you see, we are back green as the Cat 5-5 Ryan Gomes out there getting some lead points. As Devin looking to the inside, trying to get past him here. And he does, but that's going to be pretty beneficial for Mr. Ryan Gomes, who needs all the bonus points he has, as he's not locked in yet. He's close. Eddie Morris also able to get around. As Josh Hall currently sitting 7th, looking to get up to the bumper of Sharn Hill. Sharn had a pretty fast car early in the night. He'd love to get back up into a podium finish. As he is currently sitting as our first driver out. And I say that, and Hill able to get around Brett Merle. As we are under 50 laps to go. Can we get another green run here? The longest stint is Ryan Gomes. He's on a 30. Oh, Mr. St. John. Well, good morning to you. On your fantastic Thursday. Duvendak sets his new personal best, and then Carlton sets his. You guys must be figuring something out there as Carlton's following your line.
I don't know about that.
Well, you're figuring out how not to die. Yo, no.
Well, I figured out how not to die there, but they did.
Hartney, McCarty, and Duvendak collecting some X's. Let's see what happens. McCarty going to lose the car again. He's going to hit that inside row and collect David Hartney with him. And that's going to be close for Max. As Max comes down pit road. And Zach Day in Australia. It's like Memorial/Veterans Day.
Oh, nice.
And we'll see. We see Max changing tires. I'm not sure how many claimed he has, or if that one's going to be claimed for him.
I believe Hartney's going to take that one.
And Hartney's on his way back out. Max is on his way back out. So that's still going to leave 17 cars out on the track. Everybody on the lead lap. Devin going to be your leader. Eddie starting second. Trey Spears third. Sharon Hill fourth. Brett Murrell fifth. Josh Hall sixth. Provy seventh. Graham 8th. Junior 9th. And McCarty 10th. And we should go green with 40 to go. And 3 green, white checkers if we need them.
Oh, please don't put that on us.
$40 laps. Let's see. It's been an hour and a half, and we've gone 120. Yeah, I think we're good. I won't be broadcasting in tomorrow. You might be. You might be. But I'm safe. As lights go off on the pace car, we're going to go 1 to green. We still have 7 YouTube viewers and 1 on Twitch, hanging strong. 7 even including Carlton. We know he's there.
Well, I mean, he's up to 13, so if he is watching, he's not doing a bad job.
He's not. He's not. You know what? I think he just keeps us on to watch it. And he's probably trying to make corrections as he's calling out and doesn't realize how delayed we are in the YouTube world. We're calling wrecks out and Carlton slamming on the brakes and the wreck's already happened. Hey, why'd you arc a brake? Well, the broadcast didn't call it out right away. Pace car away. Set of teammates starting on the front line. Devin going to get the big jump out front. He comes down in front of Eddie Morris. Sharon Hill has climbed his way all the way back up in the third. And Carlton just says hi.
Hi.
Yeah, it must have been quick. It's a quick one. He's like, I'm trying to concentrate. Cracking the top 10 tonight, baby.
Oh, we're going to have a big one here in turn 1.
And that's going to be Trey.
Oh, we got one over.
Trey Spears, Josh Hall, Kevin Graham, Merle, McCarty, Tithoff, McCarty, Jr., Hartney. Brett Merle gets a meatball. Kevin Graham gets a meatball. Trey Spears gets a meatball. I think we should get back and take a look at what goes on. Starting somewhere with Trey Spears and Josh Hall. Josh Hall gives Trey the bump. Sends Trey to the infield. Comes back up high. And when he comes back down, well, that's not even the worst of it.
Yeah, you knew when you saw 2 cars going to the inside wall as we're entering a turn that they were going to bounce off that wall and come straight back up into the lane. And that's looked like what happened, and it looks like the 11 got up in the air, from my point of view at least.
Well, the 88 just rode the wall sideways. He chastained it with his tires on the catch
Nice.
banks.
Corey LaJoy did that this weekend, finished the race.
Sure did, and the 11 actually catches the 88. Yep, that sends the 88 airborne, and he's just going to ride the wall. The 11, well, he's got fenders hanging all off of him. And that's going to send a lot of cars to the pits. And like I said, Carlton can only text HIII because he has cracked the top 10.
Hey, Carlton, look at we're doing it, buddy.
You guys aren't racing for last anymore.
We're both in top 10. Who would have thunk it?
Kevin Graham clears his meatball. And Brett Merle, he already used his fast repair. David Hartney, he just used his fast repair, so he's repaired. Looking to see Jake McCarty. Well, he used his earlier. This may send some guys a couple laps back. As Brett already down 2.
The question at this point is we should be asking how many have a fast repair?
How many have a fast repair? The answer is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't count that high.
Ran out of fingers.
8. 8 of them.
8. Okay. I mean, that's not bad for 15 cautions.
8 fast repairs, and they are all in the top 10 right now. To include Carlton Charles.
Nice, Carlton. See? We're not so bad after all.
Hartney gets out of the pits. Graham gets out of the pits. Trey Spears looks like he's coming in, trying to get some quick damage. See how much he can get done. Looks like Brett, he's going multiple laps down now. That lack of fast repair is killing him. Same with Jake McCarty. Yeah, I'm going to ask Mr. Devin over here in that 68. Keep his nose off of the race leader. He's sitting in there running into that pace car. That pace car, he's leading the way tonight.
Well, tensions are definitely growing here, so with 34 laps to go, we might not be done wrecking yet.
This is definitely going to be an interesting one for the books. We might have to put this side by side with the dirt.
Well, I bet you we don't come back to this next season.
It's going to be close with the dirt. Is Devin going to get his big jump? Josh Hall, he's cracked his way into third. He's up here with Sharon Hill and Provy. We're looking for top 5 finishes. Ooh, looks like Brett Merle got a black flag too as we went green. So he was leaving the pits. I wonder if he had an unsafe pit. He's going to have to come back down.
Yeah, they just cleared it for him, so whatever it was must not have been too serious.
We'll switch back. Where's TV1 bring us? Let's see what kind of live action we get on TV1. Change up our camera angle. As we're going to ride around with Junior. Junior already locked in. He's one of those 5 drivers. Ooh, Gomes going to have to be careful. You saw the Cat 5.5 almost slide round and round. And then the 99 scraping that paint up a little bit.
I just wanted to give someone a kiss.
He's all right. Well, the top 10 has definitely shifted throughout this race multiple times. We flipped the field a couple times. And now
and Devin Hartney spinning out of 4.
Oh, I saw it. Hartney going round and round, and that will be his second of the night. After he claimed the 1. And it's going to be a solo car of David Hartney. Just as he was making his way up to the top 10. I think that might end the 43's night.
Yep, that's his second one. So, hey, I mean, good news is he can get a jump start on the review.
He can, and you know what? He will. I don't know what he's doing up there. I give it a matter of time before he ends up down here. As you see, the 43 is on pit road.
Well, you know what, brother? I might just pit here and take my tires. I mean, we're at the back anyway, right?
You might want to. Hey, Carlton, by the time you get this, it's going to be too late, but he's pitting.
Grab this last set. And
here comes this delay. I'll tell you what, you start looking at our potato. His eyes are getting more and more droopy. He must be getting tired.
Oh, I'm right there with that potato.
You got to take that last set. You got 28 to go.
I mean, Goodyear's not going to buy him back, so might as well use it, right?
Might as well use them. They come free with every Wednesday night race. Tony Starch is like, I'm never wearing the Dev Sports Card shirt again.
Are we in commercial?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Usually we are. But
we've read a lot of them tonight, so I wasn't sure
I'm
this time.
sitting there looking at Tony, and I'm like, hey, man.
In Tony's defense, I don't think it's Dev Sports Car's fault. This one.
It is not.
Or Tony's fault.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put a little Dak Prescott on there, just for Dev next week.
Oh.
Just kidding.
You gotta wait to the playoffs so they can choke.
Yeah. Oh.
Bazinga.
Guy needs to get paid overtime this week. Thanks, Dev. I don't know, man. We're having a good time up in the booth at this point.
I think Hartney needs to get paid overtime. That poor guy's gonna be up all night. It's a thankless job doing race reviews, that's for sure.
He definitely. You might want to pay Hartney too, because he's going to be up all night before he has to go to work tomorrow. He's like, it wasn't even Hartney's fault. He's just driving. He's like, you know what? There's been so many cautions. He just whips it around. I claim it. I'm done.
I'll take it.
I won the Devtona anyway. I'll see you guys. I'm going to do the race review.
He might finish it up before we finish the race.
No, it's going to be close. It is definitely going to be a close one. As we do still have 14 drivers out here. So, if we continue to somehow wreck around here, and a couple more cars get lost, well, everybody gets a top 12 finish. And that's pretty good points when you're looking for a playoff run on a tough track.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is definitely going to be survival of the fittest here.
Well, I thought tonight was going to be a race of attrition, and it sure was.
We've only had 16. Carlton.
I've seen worse, so.
Oh, we've definitely seen worse. On much easier tracks, which is not good. Which is not good. I understand tonight's cautions. This is not an easy track right now. As pace car going off, we're going to come to 25 laps to go. Devin getting back out in front. bringing Eddie Morris along with them. Sharon Hill, Josh Hall, and Ryan Gomes, your top 5. But Junior, well, he's sitting right on that cusp. He'd like to get around the 5.5. And right now, these guys heavy racing. You see a little bump in there. Josh Hall doing a little bit of pushing. Got to be careful in these turns. We've seen it a few times where you make contact with that rear bumper and, well, it does not end well.
Oh, we got Max hard in the outside wall there.
Max is, but good news. Oh, why does it say? He gets the meatball. Max McCarty is going to get a meatball flag. And he used his fast repair, had all that repair already. And that might be it for Max tonight. That should bring us to 13 cars on the lead lap. As Gomes going to try to get around the 81. He's trying to move into that 4th place position. Get around Josh Hall.
I'll tell you what, me and Carlton have a battle of the ages back here for 12th. And we got a big one here in turns 1 and 2 again.
And this one going to be Josh Hall, where I said all that running. You called the battle for the ages. I took the camera off Josh Hall and involved in the next accident. It looks like he's going to get in the Pro V. No, Hall's actually going to break loose. Round and round he goes. He's going to collect Pro V and Kevin Graham. Kevin Graham does not have his fast repair. Josh Hall has his. And Pro V has his, so the only one at risk would be Kevin Graham. But again, not a lot of speed, so not too much high force and damage, allowing these cars to stay out on track and really get this the damage repaired as they need it. Oh, I don't know. See, I saw him disappear from Neon Racing. Oh, he moved up to M&M Racing. I was like, where did David Hartney go? Had to go check our room. Sometimes he sneaks in here and we don't even know he's coming. We're getting close. This time around, we will enter the teens. 19 to go. We are moving.
17 cautions, too. Do you think we can get to 20?
Man, 3 green white checkers. We need 3 more.
Oh God, please.
Oh man, I don't know. The field's getting a lot smaller. The cars are definitely on. A lot of these cars are on shorter runs. The top 6 are not. But
yeah, unfortunately, tires really. I mean, they do wear and they do make a difference, but it's just so hard to pass here. And even with fresh tires, track position just means too much. So those guys at the front, I think they have a stronghold on it. It's going to come down to those top 3 to see who wins this one.
Well, I'm still not going to count out Ryan Gomes. I think he may sneak his way into the top 3. He's been up here all night.
Yeah, he does have 13 lap pressure tires, so he might be able to do something with them.
In 24 laps, well, a bunch of those ran under caution, so.
Yep.
Need to find us one of those soundboards. Get these. There we go. I'll tell you what, I think a lot of these sounds disappeared, and you got to be real careful looking what sound it is. Carlton said, I'm not going to count myself out.
Hey, I mean,
keep
you see some of
surviving.
these big wrecks. Top 10 could easily all just plow into each other into the wall, and here comes Carlton, sneaking by on the inside.
He's singing Vanessa Carlton as he goes by, making my way downtown.
Oh, God.
Oh. I don't know, that happens. He may get his own commercial with that song.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But he
Hartney.
has to sing it. We have to have him sing it.
Yep, sorry, Hartney, we're getting more copyright.
All right, coming to green, 17 to go.
And Devin going to start on the high side. Eddie going to start on the low side. We've seen it all night. Gomes, he's high. Hill, well, he's on the bottom. Ooh, Eddie Morris stays side by side with Devin this time. Devin doesn't get that that critical jump out. Devin still able to get out in front just in time to pull down in front of Eddie. It's the benefit of being in the high lane. You can run it a little bit longer before you really got to slow the car down. But Eddie did a really good job there staying side by side with him.
Oh, another big wreck in 1 and 2. They might keep it straight, though.
Well, this is going to be Kevin Graham and Provy. We will see. Oh, Kevin Graham, he's going to collect a meatball flag. He's going to have to go in and pit. But we will keep it green. And what that's going to allow is Kevin Graham's going to fall back and bring another driver. So we'll have 12 remaining on the lead lap. As Devin's out in front, he is trying to get this thing below 10. Almost got another quick caution, but they're able to keep it and keep us green. And what it did do is kind of spread the field out a little bit. Everybody pretty spaced out. Devin slipped a little bit there. You saw the tires kind of kick out. Eddie tries to take advantage, but Devin recovers nicely. As you can see, as the camera comes around and you look behind the leader, it is very single file right now. That wreck may have spaced everything out.
Oh, we got Tehoff in the front stretch destroying his car, but keeping it straight, so I don't think we'll have a caution.
And he is only going to collect the 2X. It looks like he's sitting 12. And Kevin Graham, I'm very confused by what happened there. I believe Graham just got disqualified.
Yeah, he said he had a meatball, but oh, we got another one here out of 3.
And this is going to bring the yellow. This is going to be Jake McCarty Jr. and Josh Hall. As I'm trying to get the camera, I was watching Graham wondering how he was still in the lead lap. He had the meatball. Stayed out on track too many laps, and that's going to come with a DQ.
Yep, absolutely.
And the 4 of Jake McCarty going to come up. He's going to hit the 13 and the 81. It's not a lot of damage. As you can see, well, I think they're all 13 is the one that's not. And that's going to be Junior. And Junior hit by his own teammate. With 8 laps to go. Should be, what, about 5 when we go green next.
Yes.
And we'll take the opportunity to check out a commercial. We're coming back around. We're going to be going 5 to go. And man, have we changed it up here. We got Devin and Eddie, Ryan and Sharn, D. Wright, Provy, Josh Hall, Doobie, Carlton and Junior, Jake and Billy Tithoff. Well, Tithoff a lap down. As we are back to green flag racing. And they would love to complete at least 4 laps. But I see some heavy fighting coming up here. And there goes the 95. He's going to go round and round. Provy going to save it. He might have overcorrected it. And he did. And that's going to collect Mr. D. Wright.
As Carlton at the Battle of the Scrubs back here has passed me.
Oh, he said block the track.
He's at the 6th. We're 6 and 7.
He's making it. And right here you see Provy make the overcorrection. Right comes in, nowhere to go. And that extra tap. Provy almost had it saved, almost kept it green. Just not able to get it complete. So, somehow sitting 8th here. You said survive.
Right.
And you and Carlton are doing it.
We're going to be sitting 6th and 7th here with only 11 people on the lead laps. So it's going to be a battle between me and him to get a top 10, I think.
That's it. And we'll see. Is Provy able to stay out, or does he have to go in? He didn't get a meatball. It looks like Brett Merle, well, he's got no front end. He's out here cruising. I'll literally fight someone if I get wrecked. Carlton Charles.
All right, I'm doing it.
Oh, man.
I just want to survive at this point. I just want to finish and not die. Absolutely.
And that's it. You got to survive one lap. One lap.
Well, two.
Well, you only got to survive one to get this race over with.
Well, yeah. I'm talking. I want to finish the race. I want to get it over, but I want to finish.
The real MVP of the night. You think the pace car has to take gas?
I don't know. He's up to 74 laps light right now.
That's a long way. He has to go in. Well, there's a couple empty pit stops. Joe Wright doesn't need his. He's 153 laps down. Get your car out the way because pit's coming in. We need some gas.
I think Joe Wright's the real winner tonight.
As the light's going to go off on the pace car. The drama building between some of these guys. They've had some contact all night. We'll see how this 2-lap shootout is going to play out. There's still a few cars out here with the 0X. One being Joe Wright.
Oh, okay. Well, he's been on pit road the whole race.
Well, no one's hit him.
I'll fix that when the race is over.
Pace car going away. I believe this is not an official.
This isn't official.
We are an official. Yes, we just hit lap 160. Devin getting out back in front. We'll keep it up here on the leaders. If we get any wrecks, we'll go check them out later. But right now, all the action, Devin trying to drive away from Eddie Morris. Ryan Gomes, well, he's going to get passed by Sharn Hill. Gomes trying to fight for that third place. Trying to get a podium finish out of tonight. And we will end this race. As the white flag is out. Devin and Eddie, they're close. Oh, Eddie gets right to the quarter panel. This is going to come right down to the turn 3, turn 4. Eddie on the bottom. He's pushing Devin. How hard will they race each other? Devin going to be able to clear. Eddie just gets a little squirrely. Devin going to take the win. Eddie Morris second. Both drivers finish tonight's race with a 0x.
And my man Carlton with a top 5.
Carlton Charles.
A top 5.
He finishes it. You know what, Carlton? You get the clap. A top 5 battles his way all night. And you know the most impressive part? Carlton Charles with a 4x. Does not take a lot of damage, comes away with his fast repair, gets himself a top 5. Let's take a look at our race results. And we'll bring it to you. It's very hard to pick the right one. As Butchino takes the win, Morris second, Hill third, Josh Hall fourth, Carlton Charles in fifth, Michael Pervolt sixth, Duvendak seventh, and that's a win. McCarty eighth, Junior ninth, and D. Wright 10th. Tithoff 11th, Gomes 12th, Merle 13th, Max McCarty 14th, Kevin Graham 15th, Hartney 16th, Trey Spears 17th, Riley Gomes, Ryan Likens, Brad Young, Matt Allen, Joe Wright, and the Balenciaga 163 laps down.
But he got a 0x. So.
He did get a 0x. Oh boy.
I'm just glad we see something different one for a change.
That was close. Eddie Morris almost had him, and he just got a little squirrely at the end there and not able to bring it home. But man, now I gotta go find Sharn Hill. It's way too late. I'm finding these guys. Where's Sharn at? Oh, Sharn.
Yeah, let's get this done.
Sharn. I don't know where he's at.
I don't see him. He probably said, I'm out. No, I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm good.
I really have no idea where he went.
Let's just bring Eddie and Devin both in here. Let's get this ball rolling.
I
don't think they would object.
Well, and I really don't see Hill. Usually give him a couple minutes, but I don't know where he went. And we'll move over to Eddie. Maybe. I can't even grab Eddie. Oh, what is he? I can't even grab him. Eddie, guy in Robin the Boot, get a copy.
What's up, Eddie?
Well, for some reason I can't grab and drag you, but you know what? Here you are, man. You survived with a 0x.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
Heck of a run tonight, man. You were up there. I think you were only back in 7th or 8th for a couple laps as you guys had to go off pit. But Team Neon able to get it down. I don't know where Sharn Hill is. He's nowhere to be found. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go grab Eddie.
That's no good.
And Eddie making those fancy. You know what? I showed your graph a couple times. Morris Customs really throwing it out there, and it kept it entertaining so we could see the point difference, especially on tonight's race.
It's only taken me like 7 seasons to actually get bored enough to do that. I thought it was pretty cool, and you know, whenever you get Guy over here putting as much into the broadcast as he can, I kind of feel like if I can do anything to match that effort and make it look better, you know, I definitely don't mind to try and do that.
Hey, don't let him fool you. He does half of it while he's at work anyway. So
it's all good.
I'll tell you what. Tonight was an interesting night to say the least. What did we have? What did we end up with there, Duve? 19.
19 with 75 laps under caution.
Yeah, 75 laps. So the real MVP and I don't know if you can give him bonus points, but the pace car led the most laps, man. But it's over, and Neon takes the 1-2.
Yeah, it was a tough one to get through, man. But after everything kind of died out, we had some little spurts of green flag racing. That was pretty fun. Wish they could have been a little longer. Super disappointed. 19 cautions. That's insane. Yeah.
Super.
But hopefully,
tough
man,
track.
that last lap looked great on the broadcast, man. How was that? Let me ask you that.
Man, I'll tell you what, it looked really good, and I thought you were going to be able to hold Devin. You were on that low side, and it looks like you may have slipped it up just a little bit, and it gave Devin that outer run, man. I thought for sure. I'm thinking these two guys are going to race each other for this win, and they're both going to make contact and ruin both their 0Xs.
Oh, no. My plan was to race him hard like that, and I had him spooked on one of the restarts. We was talking about that a minute ago before you pulled me up here.
Oh, you're talking about the one where you gunned it and stayed to his side.
Yeah.
You almost stopped him from coming up. So
Yeah.
But
yeah, man, that lap was crazy, bro. Like, that was my plan to hold it in there. I was braking at the 3 all night, unless I was behind somebody, and then it was usually around the 4. But I knew I could brake at the 2, and I just wasn't going to do that until I absolutely had to. Because if you know me, I jack a lot of back brake into this thing and also the trucks. So if I get on the binders pretty hard, the ass end's coming around. But yeah, we were braking at the 2, man. We're going to try to make it happen. And we were both able to finish with a 0X, and hopefully it was exciting on the broadcast. And sure was a damn blast racing with him like that on the last lap, for sure.
Man, and it was good finally seeing some really hard racing. You know what? As many cautions as there were definitely spurts of hard racing all around the track tonight. And I think that kind of bred more cautions. Knowing that the point scheme here is so close between the top 18 drivers, your top 5 locked in. But really, you got 6 or 7 of them that it's anyone's ball game, and they drove tonight knowing that it was huge. And if they messed up, it becomes their drop race. Tonight's the last night for the drop race. So I think that played a lot to it, and I think you're going to see a little bit cleaner and a little bit more strategy going into Texas next week, because that is going to be the final race, man. But it was definitely a trip. We had fun up here in the booth.
That's awesome. Hopefully you guys did. Yeah, man, looking forward to Texas. I was going to say something else, but forgot what it was. Oh, about the points, man. That's a crazy mindset. I used to be a top 15, top 10 driver. I wasn't never up here all the time. And I was always trying to fight for that extra point to get into the playoffs, just to make the playoffs, And to race like that, you can't get points if your car's wrecked. So I don't understand the mentality of that personally. You know what I mean? Like, let everybody else wreck. Keep your shit clean. Get those 3 extra bonus points. That's 3 points right there while everybody else around you's wrecking. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't quite get that.
And you know who that paid off for is Carlton Charles, who started back there with Duvendak next to him and ends with a top 5. So he went with that strategy. I think he only had a 4X all night. So
well, congrats to him, man. I threw the banner on his car for him tonight, so he was worried about getting a penalty for it.
He was so worried about that penalty.
Glad he won't get a penalty and gets to enjoy those 5th place points.
Nah, I think we should dock him 2 positions on track so I can beat him.
He goes, Carlton just passed me. This night's done. He was sitting there racing Carlton all night, trying to keep it clean.
And he was texting and driving and still passed you.
Right, I know.
And he was doing it for sure. All night he does it. We get little bursts, and you can tell when he's concentrating. We get weird words that come through the chat. So
nice.
He was a little bit more concentrating tonight, but either way, man, Team Neon 1-2. Congratulations, you're back up in the booth, and man, we are gonna close this thing out next week and head to the playoffs. So it's gonna be an exciting run coming up.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to Texas. Run pretty well there, I think. Hopefully we can continue that and keep on marching into the playoffs with some momentum.
Man, and that's it. But before we do let you get out of here and get on the way to Texas, we're gonna leave it, man. The floor is yours.
Yeah, for sure, man. Gotta give a shout out to Dev Sports Cards. well, no, we got to give a shout out to you guys first, man. You guys are up here making this stuff awesome, and doing your thing. It looks real great. We appreciate everything you do. So, Guy, you're MVP, man. You're the MVP.
Well, Tony Starch is the MVP. He's sitting here with the Dev Sports Card shirt on.
Well,
We actually
But
we figured it
where
out,
would
by the
Tony
way.
Starch be without Guy back?
You're right, man.
You know what I mean?
You know what we're doing to Tony, by the way. We've already discussed it in the booth tonight.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna put the Dev Sports Cards logo on his shirt, and then we're gonna put the Dallas Stars so he chokes.
Oh.
but we're waiting to the playoffs.
We're waiting for the playoffs because they're good
Waiting for the
regular
playoffs.
season.
Oh, goodness. All right.
So
All right, man.
you can tell who we got jokes for coming up here.
Oh, shoot, yeah, man. Got to. You got to joke around with it. You got to have some kind of fun.
We had a long night to do some hard thinking on jokes tonight, so we got
Oh,
them.
I'd say so. I'd say so, man. You probably got jokes for a long time.
Oh,
tonight.
it was a good one.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you and everything you do. Give a shout out to Dev Sports Cards, the title sponsor for the Next Gen series here on Wednesday nights. You got Mother's Day's coming up. You got Father's Day's coming up. Christmas is definitely coming up because Christmas is always coming up, right? So go over to eBay, check out at Dev Sports Cards, and go buy somebody some awesome sports merchandise that our boy Devin Bacino has over there. Shout out to Morris Customs for these sweet paints. If anybody's needing any paints done, go over to Facebook at Morris Customs and shoot me a message over there and we'll get you squared away. I want to give a shout out to my teammates. Congrats to Dev. Had to make him earn this one tonight. It was really fun, dude. I can't even tell you, man. I had the biggest smile on my face on that last lap, bro. I just hate that about 8 shit coming off of 4 because I was going for it. I wanted to drag race to the start finish, but it was still fun, no doubt. Had the biggest damn smile on my face. Shout out to him. Congrats on his win. Shout out to D Wright fighting back, I believe, for a top 10. Joe made an appearance tonight, got his 5 laps in, so he can continue the title run as he's locked in. Shout out to Hartney. Still having some issues with his brake pedal. Hopefully he can get that figured out pretty soon and be in there like swimwear. I appreciate everybody that allows me to do this. I think that's it, man. My long-winded ass out of here.
All right, man. Well, we'll get you up into the we'll get you up into the garage, and I'm sure you know what. I'd avoid the garage. I'm sure it's got some chaos up there tonight. So,
Bro, I'm just gonna disconnect and say piss off.
Right to FIFA we go.
Right. Oh, my soccer homie said, "Hey, oh."
You're just gonna see it. Eddie Moore said disconnected.
Right. Hang on.
But all right, man. We'll let you get out of here, and again, congratulations.
I appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. And you know what? We're actually going in reverse order because Sharn Hill, who finishes 3rd, finally shows up to the party, man. Congratulations taking that 3rd. Saw you up there pretty early in the run, then you got into a little bit of trouble, fell back, and battled your way all the way back up and take a podium finish, man. A much-needed podium finish as you were, I believe, the first car out coming into tonight.
Yeah, that
It's okay, Sharn. The floor's yours. Let's just get this going.
Sharn, where'd you go? Sharn's having some mic issues.
Well, we tried.
Sharn. All right. Well,
he's ghosting us. He's ghosting us.
We just got ghosted.
Ghosted.
All right, Sharn. Well, congratulations, man. Heck of a run tonight. And, man, remind me to bring you up here before Texas, and we'll get your interview out the way before we head to Texas. But we'll let you go figure out the mic. Well, let's hope this guy's working. Hold on. Let's see if it works. I don't know who put the sound in there, Dev, but it's a good one. Devin, welcome to
guy
the booth.
dropping the booth, man. What's going on, brother? Your mic's not working either?
No, I'm just playing with you guys. I'm making you wait a little bit longer.
Oh, jeez. Don't make us wait anymore.
I know.
It's bedtime.
I know, man.
Man, Sharn just ghosted us. First he doesn't show up, then he ghosts us, and I'm like, where'd he go?
He's there. I was just talking to him.
Well, us too, and then he just stopped talking.
Oh, also, happy Thursday, guys. I know we're all on the East Coast.
No, not me. Central, baby. I got an hour. We're good still.
You are Central?
I'm Central. We still got an hour, man. Dev, you didn't lead the most laps tonight. You were close.
I know. You use this one at the stage. Move along. Come on. We don't have all morning.
You got the
Pace
stage,
car
man.
beat everyone.
Yep, pace car. But you know what, man? You battled your way all the way back. How were you feeling at the very end? You got a 0x. Your teammates got a 0x. And that last restart, he took off that line. And I think he set the tone on how the rest of this race was going to go, man. How were you feeling those last couple laps?
Yeah, I don't trying to think. I think it was Indy where we had all the green white checkers, and you can hit so many restarts perfect, but it's so easy to screw one up, and I was just way too predictable all night. I mean, Eddie was up there with me all night. He was super fast, man. We practiced together on Monday, and I think it shows that we put some effort outside of today going into this race. 1, 2 in points. We really we love doing this, man. We want to be out there and doing exactly what we were doing. So, yeah, I was going beginning of the box every restart, and then that second to last one, I throttled down and I looked to my left and I'm like, there's a whole lot of orange right there still. So I knew I had the preferred line going into one. Thankfully, we were able to clear him. I think we got a quick 4/10 on him and we felt great. And then we got I don't know what happened, that green white checkered. And it felt like we were doing pace laps at Coda. Everything that was going through my mind, I'm like, do I take the bottom? Do I try going late? And if you go late, it's easier for him to time it if you wait longer in the box. So, yeah, just had to go with my gut, man. Took the top, launched right at the line, and just that I played it too cautious, man. I was braking at the 3 all night, and I just couldn't get away from him on that restart. So he almost got to my bumper on the white in 1 and 2. Could not rotate exit of 2. We were fishtailing out of 2, side by side into 3, and I told Eddie that the last lap, that second half of the backstretch, felt like it was slow motion, and I was processing. Well, do I push it to the 2? Do I push it past the 2? It was just some badass racing, man. My hands were shaking. Made me work for it. I'm happy to have a finish like this after a race like this. Give him something good to watch. Yeah, it was nerve wracking, but I'm glad we were able to get it done tonight.
Well, man, those last couple laps definitely exciting. Man, we were calling it. I thought Eddie was gonna have it. He slipped up. Went into 2 instead of the 3, and man, you were able to just keep it consistent all night. Get your way back up there. Led the most laps. Finished along with Eddie with a 0x, man. So some good points tonight. Heading to Texas next week. So how are we feeling about going into this finale for the regular season?
Yeah, I got nothing for you. I have not ran the NextGen at Texas. It's right up there with Kentucky as my worst 1.5 miles, and it's not even close with those two. And if you think about it, they both have that weird, similar progressive banking like Texas does in 1 and 2, and then Kentucky does at both ends. Last time we were there in trucks, we were looking at it last night. Eddie led like 94 of 105 laps. So not to put a bullseye on his back, but Eddie's 100% the guy to beat. If we could bet on it in Vegas, he would open up as the favorite for the week. It's not even a question. But really curious to, we kind of know what the truck's going to do there. We've run the trucks before, but this is our first stop there in the NextGen. And after watching in real life, and then the bump on the high side in 3 and 4, and then, turn 2 or turn 4 is a lot tighter than you think it is by the time you get to it, that wall. So I'm excited to get practicing, man. It's, we look at the schedules and we're like, man, we got to switch out 1.5 miles, but they don't really do too many in real life. And I think this is our first true 1.5 miles of the season. It's been a very unique season. Some tracks we're not going to see for a very long time. One of them might be New Hampshire. But yeah, just excited to get into some 1.5 mile racing. That was my bread and butter for the longest time. So I'm excited to get back there, excited to learn the place, and hopefully, should be in good shape for that regular season championship.
Well, I said this was going to be one of the most exciting, but yet most difficult seasons so far, and it is proving to be that. As we are going to completely switch up once we get into the playoffs, and a lot of these tough tracks that guys aren't accustomed to running, they're going to go back to more of fan favorites that they've ran over and over. So the playoffs are, I think, going to be extremely intense. I think we're going to see some fantastic racing coming up, man. Tonight was, tonight's sloppy but expected. We put the cutoff up, we see the red line, and there's drivers that know it's make or break time. So, like Eddie said, sometimes the strategy is to play it safe and let everyone wreck out, and then others race extremely hard, and it showed tonight. I think Texas is going to be good. I think we're going to have some good strategies as the points are going to be set, and everyone's going to know what they need.
Yep.
But man, you can't go wrong. It's been a fun season. It's not super late. I think we've been out here later. So
Yeah, it's just obviously it's tough, man. 19 cautions is too much for any league, let alone this league. We take a lot of pride in the product we put on here, and we've had a couple tough races. Michigan, but trying to think of others. The end of Indy was pretty tough, but I think it just comes down to what I noticed. I don't know if you guys can attest to this, but it's just I noticed a lot of guys racing it in traffic the same way they would by themselves. Some guys were entering in that third lane, cutting to the apron on exit, and trying to do that same thing, even if someone was showing a nose under them. If you're braking at the 3 by yourself and you're on someone's bumper, maybe brake between the 4 and the 3, stuff like that, man. It sucks to have races like this because I know we're capable of so much, and we have shown that. But it's just give and take, man. And like you said, it's playoffs. I don't think it's a great excuse because if I was in that position, I wouldn't want to wreck myself or anyone else for that. But I do get it. Playoffs, it's by far the most competitive season we've seen, especially at that cutoff line. I can't wait to see it after the drop race because I know Joshy had a big race. D Wright came home with top 10. A couple of guys ahead of them had a tough day. So yeah, man, we're excited to get out of New Hampshire, get away from the Northeast, head down to Texas, and we've taken that into consideration too for the schedule for next season. We have it almost pretty much done. There's 3 bullet holes in the schedule we still have to fill up, figure out what's going to work best. But like you said, there's some good fan favorite tracks. There's a new track in the playoffs for next season, one that produces some of the best racing we see. So we're really excited, man. We definitely take this into consideration, what tracks work, what tracks don't. And we just continuously striving to put on the best product. And as bad as a race like this seems, all you can do is learn from it, and move forward. So I hope the other guys can look at it that way as well.
that's it, man. Couldn't have said it any better. You are into Thursday. You know how we're going to end it. We had more jokes, but you know what? We still got a bunch of races for these jokes for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're going to get you up in the booth. So we're going to kind of pocket those for now. I'm not going to say there's any cowboy ones, but they're coming. You can watch the broadcast tomorrow. Eddie already got it.
Yeah, well, you can only use them until January, and then they won't hit as hard. So
well, that's true.
There's one for you.
That's
There's
why,
self-inflicted.
We got a good one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, neither of us have Saquon, so
no, we don't.
I don't even know who we have. Rico Dowdle. Let me get a Rico Dowdle jersey.
We got a
Hey,
bill. We got a
they
bill.
They brought Zeke in today, and they're trying to bring him back, so I might help.
Hey, TP vet contract, bring him back, man. He's going to be a great locker room guy. All right, I think
There
we
you
need a
go.
little bit more than a locker room guy, but that is what it is.
At least they didn't bring Zach Wilson. Let's ride.
It's not even, he's back into BYU territory. He knows
sure
what he's doing.
is. Heck yeah. But man, you know how we're gonna end it. The floor is all yours, man.
Yeah, I just want to appreciate you, Guy. Huge shout out to you. I know we're welcoming a new partner on this channel. You guys put so much effort into this. It would be nothing without you. We appreciate you. I know we tell you that we have our own channel and stuff, but we really genuinely appreciate you, not just as our broadcaster, but as our friend or brother. You put a lot of work into this. It looks unbelievable. I have family and friends that tell me how real it looks, how like immersive it genuinely does look. So your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate you, the late nights, all you're doing for us. So from the entire group, we genuinely mean that. So thank you. I want to shout out Level Up Subs. It's my friend Bernie. If you need to get any sports cards graded, they drop right off at PSA. They're out in California. Bernie, he used to actually race dirt with Kyle Larson out in California. So Bernie's a really cool dude, great friend of mine, super successful business owner. We won here with Level Up Subs way back before the SCSRA was a thing. So I figured, change up the colors a little bit, get rid of the yellow fella paint scheme for a week, and always cool to win with him. He watches our broadcasts. He puts them on with his son. So shout out to Level Up Subs. If you need to get any sports cards from Dev Sports Cards graded, reach out to them. Morris Customs. Eddie does a ton of work for this league, graphics, schemes. Can't tell you how many schemes he's done for this league. You can find him on Facebook. New Craft, Fine Jewelry and Design. Just appreciate everyone that makes this what it is. Really excited to just keep moving forward with everyone involved. So thank you guys.
All right, brother. Well, we will catch you next week as we go into the regular season finale at Texas, and then it is It's showtime as the playoffs are just 2 weeks away. So you can feel it building, and it's getting exciting. As I think every league that we're broadcasting right now is coming up into that playoff run, and there's not much more excitement you can have than a good playoff run. So.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe I'll get a driver cam on. I'll wear my Cowboys jersey. Have like a Cowboys sun hat. I'll go full
you
bore,
don't want to
man.
do that. You don't want to do that in the first round. You won't finish the race.
I'll do it in Texas, man. I'll do it in Texas. This is our last shot, man. Playoffs is when that stuff goes away for the year. So
that's it, brother. You got to do it in Texas.
Yeah.
But all right, man. We'll let you get up into the garage. I think Eddie really did. He said, "I'm out. Disconnect."
Yeah. I can't blame him.
That's it, man. But we will catch you next week at the finale.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
All right, man. You too.
You too.
Thank you.
All right, that's gonna be it for me and Duve. It's been a night, man, and the line is gonna definitely become a little bit more clear after tonight, Duve. I think you might be safe. That you needed that big top 10, and you got it. I'm curious to see what happens with Carlton. So we got a top 5. He's gonna make some jump here.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said at the beginning, it was just a night of survival, and I just finishing a race was the main goal tonight. I think for a lot of guys who are not good at this track, and to see someone like Carlton who gave it his all tonight, and at one of his worst tracks, and come away with a top 5, I think is the most impressive thing that came out of tonight.
Couldn't agree any more than that, man. So that's going to be it from us. Tune in tomorrow night with David Hartney. He's going with SCSRA Live. Maybe. We'll see if he makes it. He's going to be a little busy tonight. I already see him popping around channels, so he's going to have a busy night. But definitely tune in tomorrow night. Catch Hartney. I think Eddie Morris will be out there. Maybe Dev. But, they'll go over everything coming up. Hey, they may even have that line and be able to premiere it tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow night and stay tuned for that. And then catch ASR Tour. Oh, no. Sunday night. Tune in Sunday night because, we got a new league coming on board. It's going to be an SS league. And then Monday night, back to the tour. So that's going to be it for us. And until next week, we'll catch you later.